All right, we're here with Tony Gale from England
Hi, Mike.
and Josh Dunstone from Australia.
Mike.
These guys just competed in the World Roundup 2017 Freestyle Championships here in Canada. Tony, tell us how you felt this weekend. What was the vibe like? What's it like being here?
Well, right now, I'm tired. It's been a long weekend, but it's been crazy fun. You know, you've got 65 skaters, I want to say, here, all weekend in one place. Everyone just going nuts. You know, the level of skating gets better every single year. And you've got little kids, you know, it's their first time here, and they're just nuts, going completely nuts. And so that encourages everyone else to step up their game and go that bit harder. So by this point, you know, we're all broken. Most of us are limping out of here. It's been a crazy good one. And now I'm going to sleep for about 2 weeks, I think.
Josh, I know you flew around the entire world to get here. This is your second year, correct? And why are you here? What is so special about this event?
Honestly, Mike, I've been waiting for this event for the whole of last year. It's been the most humbling experience being with people who I consider my family and my closest friends, and just being able to have fun doing what I love. Originally being an outcast myself, and skating with all these people who are outcasted around the world. And then when we come together to like the World Roundup or other freestyle events, we don't seem as outcasted. We're a family. We're together. So that's why I come here every year.
So we've got the World Roundup Freestyle Flat Ground online competition coming up in July with StarBeat.tv. What are your feelings towards that? How is it a benefit for all these guys to be able to enter without having to travel? And how are they going to win it?
Well, the first part is it's difficult for freestylers to get to these events. You know, there's no two ways about it. Marius Constantin from Romania could only come here because his government coughed up the funds. You know, I was talking with the Brazilians, the amount that it cost them to get here is ludicrous. I'm lucky. I got a really cheap flight in comparison to these guys. Now, there are people all over this planet doing freestyle. Some of them are kind of little outposts, you know, in former Soviet states, and they can't travel. This democratizes freestyle. And it gives all of these guys a chance to get involved on some sort of level. Now, as to the second part, like how people are going to win this, I mean, it's an interesting one. There are two definite takes. You know, either A, you go as big and as technical and as ridiculous as possible. You know, we've seen some amazing things here over the last weekend. Just bigger and better tricks than ever. Little kids spinning 720 big spins, you know, and truck transfers and handstands and all these things. So now, with the freedom of being able to film, I dread to think what these people are going to come out with. Yeah. But then on the other hand, you've got the opportunity to do something truly beautiful and artistic with this time. I mean, guys like Lewis, guys like Andy Anderson, guys like Felix, they're very smooth, graceful skaters. And if they partner with the right person, they could create a beautiful piece of art for that time. And I'm really excited to see both sides of this spectrum. I'm excited to see what both camps, what both approaches will create. It's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to it.
So Josh, you talked about being an outcast as a freestyler. This contest is open to anyone in the world to enter. They can enter just flatland. Doesn't have to be complete freestyle tricks. Do you think there will be some sort of battle between the freestylers and the regular or other types of skateboarders?
Honestly, yeah. Street skaters are going to see what we're doing and be like, I want a piece of that. I want a piece of that action, especially with the StarBeat thing going on online. They're going to try to apply it, but obviously we've got the knowledge of freestyle and the experience to kind of, I guess, overtake them for once. And especially since freestyle, like we've been trying to battle for freestyle to be quote-unquote popularized. Yep. So now it's getting to that point where street skaters are like, I want a part of that. I want something of that, but we've got the upper hand this time, so.
I like that attitude. On that note, can anyone beat Japan?
maybe if we had a hammer that was big enough. I think that's the only way we're doing it. You get those guys. I mean, they've had the best scene for a very long time. You know, the Fuji brothers.
Yep.
They've been keeping freestyle alive in the Far East ever since the start of the 90s. When everyone else gave up on it, they kept going.
Yep.
And now, like 20, 30 years later, you know, we're seeing the fruits of that labor. And it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough to beat those kids. But I hope I can do it.
I think this competition was a great way to show the difference in generations and the style that comes with the difference in generations. So you had people 8 years old up to 55 years old. Once again, like, what is it like to go out there against all those different generations?
I mean, growing up, like I started freestyling about 4 years ago, and growing up, like looking at guys like Masahiro as like my heroes in freestyle and my inspirations, and finally getting to meet them, and then eventually meet their prodigies and what they bring to the table is something unreal. It's absolutely an amazing feeling to be able to compete with these guys on that same level and get into the top 10 with them is something just, not like anything else, honestly. It's amazing.
It's called the World Roundup for a reason. It brings the best in the world to this one location. And that location in July is going to be online, starbeat.tv. Make sure you get your entries in and get lots of people to vote for you. Tony, Josh, thank you very much.
Thanks,